Hey Nerd Society, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of the X-Men to explore the 10 most powerful women in the X-Men universe. These incredible mutants have some of the strongest powers we've ever seen, and they've shaped some of the biggest events in Marvel history. If you're excited to learn more about these fierce ladies, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with your suggestions for future videos. Let's jump right in. X-23. Laura made her debut in the animated series X-Men Evolution and later transitioned to the comics, bringing the full weight of her personal journey with her. Laura is the daughter of Dr. Sarah Kinney and carries Wolverine's genes, meaning he is her biological father. She was raised from a young age to be a killing machine and even ended up killing her own mother. Later, Laura joins the X-Men, and though her relationship with Logan isn't the best, she earns his respect. In all-new Wolverine, Laura takes on the mantle of Wolverine after Logan's death. Over time, she struggles with her nature, balancing her violent tendencies with a desire to be better than what she was made to be. Joining the X-Men provides her with a sense of family and purpose. In the comics, Laura's character evolves, becoming a key player in several major storylines. When Logan dies, Laura honors his legacy by stepping into the role of Wolverine, proving that she's more than just his clone. She's a hero in her own right. Her journey is one of redemption, growth, and reclaiming her humanity. Polaris. If mutant powers are passed through DNA, it makes perfect sense that the daughter of the Master of Magnetism would be one of the most powerful heroines in the X-Men. Polaris is known for having powers similar to her father's, as she can control magnetic fields and various metals, using them both defensively and for direct attacks. Lorna Dane also has a few extra abilities, such as immunity to certain types of radiation and toxins. An ally of both the X-Men and X-Factor, she has always used these gifts for noble causes, and her abilities have been significantly enhanced since her debut in Marvel Comics. Polaris' connection to Magneto often adds complexity to her character, as she struggles with living up to the legacy of her father while carving out her own path. Her powers have evolved over the years, making her a formidable force, both as a protector of mutant kind and as a hero in her own right. Despite the challenges she faces, including the mental and emotional toll of her powers, Lorna has proven time and time again that she's a critical member of the X-Men universe. Hope Summers. During M-Day, the Scarlet Witch wiped out the X gene across the planet, leaving only 198 mutants with their powers intact. Years passed before another mutant birth was recorded, and when Hope Summers came into the world, she was hunted from all sides by villains determined not to let Homo Superior recover from their near extinction. Rescued and raised by Cable in a far future, she became the Mutant Messiah, thanks to her ability to mimic others' powers and stabilize other mutants. More recently, she has played a crucial role in the resurrection protocols of Krakoa, leading the Five and helping her species thrive and reign supreme. Cassandra Nova. While many mutants use their powers for good and to protect their own kind, others exploit them for personal vendettas and petty missions. No one exemplifies this more than Cassandra Nova, the twin sister of Charles Xavier, who was thought to have died in the womb but returned to life as a major thorn in Professor X's side. Cassandra has the same psionic abilities as Xavier, but in her quest for revenge, she has acquired various other powers over the years, such as the ability to replicate her own DNA or summon fire from the vastness of space or the depths of hell. Throughout her history, she has used these abilities to hunt, punish, and annihilate other mutants. Rogue. No matter the version, whether in the movies, comics, X-Men, the animated series, or X-Men Evolution, every fan of the Children of the Atom likely has a special fondness for Rogue. With an ability that feels more like a curse, the power to drain the life force, memories, and even powers of her opponents, she has always been a ticking time bomb on the team. However, what makes Anna Marie's story so special is how, over the years, she has learned to control her emotions and feelings, ensuring she's not a danger to those around her. That more than her ability to replicate any mutant power on the planet is her greatest strength and why we root for her so much. Selene Gallio is a millennia-old mutant, believed by many to be the first of the Homo superior race on Earth. Her immortality is directly linked to her genetic power, transforming her into a psychic vampire who drains the life force of her victims. Having lived for so many centuries, she has ventured down a dark path, becoming a powerful sorceress. In terms of experience and raw power, few can surpass Selene in her vast array of abilities. In later years, she continued using her powers for personal gain, even joining the Hellfire Club, where she gained worship and wealth under the title of Black Queen. To this day, the sorceress remains a significant threat. EmmaFrost, from a major enemy of the X-Men to one of their most formidable leaders, the White Queen made her debut in the comics as part of the Hellfire Club, a secret organization of mutants aiming to control the world. She was the headmistress of the Massachusetts Academy, a rival to Xavier's Institute, but one that trained private soldiers. A natural teacher, Emma also possesses great mastery and technique when it comes to her telepathic powers. While she may not be as powerful as JeanGrey, she has perfect control over her mental abilities, using them in terrifying ways when necessary. Additionally, her secondary mutation, her diamond form, has made her a heavyweight among the children of the Atom. Magic, one of the most tragic heroines to walk the Marvel Universe. Young Ilana Rasputin had her childhood corrupted and stolen, forced to spend several years of her life in limbo, a dimension between dimensions ruled by demons and dark beings. Trained from an early age to become the daughter of the Hell, she has lived up to her heroic codename. A sorceress capable of rivaling Doctor Strange, she also possesses her natural mutant power, the ability to create portals, along with a soul sword that can separate souls from bodies and her own demonic form, which makes her significantly more powerful and violent. A prodigy among the X-Women, she has even hosted the Phoenix Force at one point. Storm, from her youth, as she roamed the valleys and savannas of the African continent, Ororo Monroe was called a goddess due to her gifts and powers, which allowed her to summon rain, winds, and life to barren lands. Thus, when she joined the X-Men, Storm vowed to honor this title and continue using her abilities for a greater good. Classified as an Omega-level mutant, she can manipulate the forces of nature, creating tornadoes and fierce storms, unleashing lightning and thunder, and even bringing forth torrential rains and blinding snowstorms. Ororo is one of the most powerful mutants to ever walk the Earth. So much so that she became the ruler of the mutant planet Araco, or Mars to those less familiar. JeanGrey, among goddesses and queens, there is only one absolute ruler, the Phoenix. Introduced in the very first issue of X-Men in 1963, JeanGrey was initially a telekinetic with limited powers. Over the years, through rigorous training, she developed advanced telepathic abilities that surpassed even those of Charles Xavier. Since then, Jean has lived many lives, literally, killed and resurrected by the cosmic power of the Phoenix Force. Jean has experienced a remarkable evolution of power throughout her history. Her journey is one of the most compelling narratives exploring how ultimate power can corrupt. More than just a host for a cosmic entity, Jean serves as a pulsating heart, infusing life into the children of the Atom. Jean's struggle with the Phoenix Force reflects her internal battle between her humanity and the immense power she wields. She often faces the challenges of balancing her own desires and the responsibilities that come with her abilities. As a founding member of the X-Men, she has been pivotal in numerous storylines, often acting as a beacon of hope and strength for her teammates. Her relationships, especially with Cyclops and Wolverine, further enrich her character, showcasing her vulnerability and complexity as both a hero and a friend. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed diving into the powerful women of the X-Men universe. Their stories are not just tales of strength. They're also about overcoming adversity, finding identity, and fighting for a greater cause. Each character brings something unique to the table, showcasing the complexity and depth of the mutant experience. As we explored their journeys, we saw how these heroines have grown, evolved, and even faced their inner demons. It's fascinating to see how their powers and personalities intertwine, making them some of the most compelling characters in the Marvel Universe. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any recommendations for our next video or characters you want us to cover, please drop your suggestions in the comments. Your input really helps us create content that you want to see. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Your support makes a huge difference and helps us keep bringing you more exciting content. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.